see if this works. Hopefully the mic sounds okay. Let's see. Testing. Sometimes if I have this too high, it clips a little bit, but it's kind of quiet by default, but maybe that'll be okay. Maybe I just need to talk to the mic more. Okay. Yeah, I forget that I have to like eat the mic here. Let's adjust this a little bit. Yeah, what do we think about that? Anybody? I saw there was somebody in the stream. Oh, nobody anymore. They saw the we'll be back and left. That's fine. That's fine. Even if nobody's here, there will be a recording, and I'm mostly just seeing how this goes. I didn't like let anybody know ahead of time. I haven't even posted on social media. I just wanted to mostly see if this setup works. Yeah, I don't like where this mic is. This is why I didn't advertise it. See if this setup works and yeah, figure out a process for future stuff. All right, today I am working a little bit on bringing so Endless OS is, yeah, I should have thought this all through ahead of time, huh? That's why we're doing it live, right? So if you're not aware, I work for Endless OS, endlessos.org. And we are a nonprofit, and our whole deal is that we want to see the world empowered through technology, and we're focused on bridging the digital divide. I'm going to bring the music down a little bit. We're focused on bridging the digital divide with technology. So, we're the Endless OS Foundation. A big thing we work on is Endless OS, obviously. It's an operating system. It's Linux-based, built on GNOME. And here's some pretty screenshots. Yeah, we also work a lot within the GNOME community and help develop and maintain a lot of core GNOME stuff. A big focus of Endless OS is that it is offline capable, so it comes packed with a lot of content that we like to think of it as like the offline internet. So content that you would normally need the internet to access, we include in the operating system, whether that's like an encyclopedia and learning materials and also productivity materials, obviously things that you'd be used to from a Linux distribution like an Office suite, but also things like games that help you learn how to code and educational resources like that. More recently, we've also been working on something called Endless Key. This has been kind of spurred on a lot by the COVID-19 pandemic, where we found that a lot of school districts, especially in the US, were not not able and willing to like switch to a Linux-based operating system, which makes sense, right? And we saw Chromebooks just explode in popularity around that time. So we focused in on this Endless Key product, which is an app for Windows and Chromebooks. And the idea is, as much storage as you have on your Chromebook, you can actually set aside and dedicate to these offline learning resources. So much of the same value proposition as Endless OS, but actually as an app. And we're in this like awkward in between. Also, this website is being weird in Epiphany here in GNOME Web. We're in this awkward in between where we have an OS and we have an app, and that app doesn't actually run on our OS. So we're actually working on actively bringing the app to the OS. And that's going to be through Flathub and Flatpak. So we build the app on a technology called Calibri. Calibri Studio is really cool. They're a great partner. And we're actually bundling up our, it's the Calibri upstream code base with like a plugin that is our user interface on top of it. So that's what you see here. Oh, let's move my camera over. That's what you see here on the right. Is this nice card-based user interface. And so we're working on bringing that to Flathub and Flatpak, and then including it on Endless OS as one of the major resources we provide. So my work today is just going to be, let's see what, oh, there's a comment. Sweet. Cool. My work today is actually just going to be working on bringing some of the Google Play Store listing information into the Flatpak app listing for Flathub. So It's just one of the things we had to do, and I figured it's something I volunteered to do, so I'm gonna jump on it and do it. So yeah, let's get started here. I'm gonna go ahead and grab. So there's actually a pull request open against Flathub to add this app. We have things to do before we can merge it. Looks like it's being reviewed. That's good. But I'm gonna grab this task here. It's been assigned to me to do the store listing. So if you're not aware of how app listings work in, let me grab this guy here. If you're not aware of how app listings work on Flathub, it's all powered by the app, what's called AppStream metadata or meta info, and should have probably got this set up ahead of time. endlessos.org. Oh, and it's gonna want my. Oh no, I'm already logged. Okay. And so in the source, this is. I'm gonna find Flatpak. Let's see. We have the actual manifest here, and then we have the. Where is the meta info? By the way, I'm using GNOME Builder. I know people like to ask, what IDE are you using? Using GNOME Builder. So yeah, meta info, can filter down to that. Here we go. Okay, so this is the actual, like, why is that? That's annoying. Let's, sorry, this is not wrapping my text, which is annoying. Wrap. Yeah, thank you. This is the actual, like, what creates the App Store listing. So I actually gave a talk at Guadec and the Ubuntu Developer Summit about this, or the Ubuntu Summit recently. You can see that on my website at CassidyJames.com/talks. And it is how to make a delightful app listing. So you can actually view the slides and stuff here. But basically it's what creates the actual App Store listing is this meta info. And so I talk about, how to write good meta info here. So I figured this was a relevant thing for me to do. So we can see it's XML. It's kind of boring, but we've got the name of the app itself. You've got the name of the developer and the SOS Foundation. You've got like a summary, which I'm going to suggest changing. And then you've got like a longer description. And then you have these screenshots here. And right now it's pointing to the upstream Calibri stuff. So we actually want to change that out with our screenshots. So there will be a few things I've got to do here. And then you have release notes here and contact info, all this stuff. So I'm going to read through this issue just to make sure some of my colleagues, see what they raised as far as what to do, and then I can actually implement it. So one of the first things is the icon. I'm actually going to leave that to later because I'm not sure where that's included. I'm already in the meta info here. So let's just adapt what we have in Google Play for Flathub. So this comes from, if we go to play.google.com, play.google, is that what it is? Yeah. And, well, okay, internet, you can do it, I promise. And let's just search for Endless Key. If you're curious and want to play with the Endless Key on Android or Chromebooks, it's designed for Chromebooks, but it technically can run on like Android tablets. Yeah, here's what it is. It's pretty nice. So I'm just gonna grab the About This app. Oh my goodness, my cat is yelling at me. She's hungry for lunch. She has a half hour. Yeah, lots of emoji. Okay, that's fine. You can grab this. And then I'm not sure if they do like a separate. Yeah, I think this is everything we need here in this About This app. Oh, okay. Come on. Hello. Come on, Google. That was weird. Okay. I'm gonna grab this, I think, as the summary. And actually, another place, if you're bringing an app to Linux, to Flathub, to Flatpak, another thing to look at is docs.flathub.org. we have, oops, that's the user guide. Why? This is awkward. I don't want. Interesting. Oh, app authors. Here we go. We have app data guidelines here. So we have quality guidelines. And this is really good information. Let me get rid of my face. This is really good information here about like just all the different things. Like here's how to make a good icon. Here's what to do with your name of the app. Here's what to do with the summary. I have a feeling they might have some thoughts about all the emoji we have in our app listing, but we'll try it as is for now and see. Weird formatting or punctuation. I guess that's for the summary, but for the description, we'll see. And super long lists. I don't know if these are considered super long lists. We'll give it a try. Okay. So the summary says 10 and 25 characters. How long is this? This is 51 characters long. 25 is so short. That would be this long. What? I think we can get away with bending that a little bit. And we don't need to say with endless key. First of all, we don't need to put the app name in the summary because you have the app name right above it. So we can say create curated learning anytime, anywhere. Whoops. Whoa, that was weird. Anywhere. So that is our selection is. And by the way, I'm looking in GNOME Builder down here at the bottom right. It's probably hard to see on the stream. It's at the very, very bottom. Very bottom. It says selection is 34 characters long. Yeah, I could probably bump up my font size of my computer since this is going to a stream. Let's do that. We want accessibility. We want seeing, and we want large text. So let's start there. Maybe that'll help a little bit. Yeah. Could also probably do the magnifier. I know Georges does this when he streams a lot. That's nice. Zoom. Let's give it a scale factor of 4. And I think follow mouse cursor is good. Or moves with. Let's see what this does. Whoop. Whoa. Oh, that's, yeah. Whoa, that's interesting. Okay. I don't know if that's useful. How do I turn that off? Okay, let's get out of there. Zoom. What does this do? Nope, that did the same thing. Am I missing something here? Screen reader, zoom. I guess it just zooms the whole thing. Okay, that's a lot. That's fine. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, it shows the status bar here shows the selection, which is nice for things like this. You can very quickly see the length of a string. Okay. So, and then like the application ID is dynamic, it looks like, so I don't have to touch anything there. We have endless key, endless OS foundation as a developer, curated learning anytime, anywhere. That's fine. Homepage is endlessos.org/key. Donation link, that's actually, we're pointing that to upstream. I think that makes sense. We might change that. I'll check our issue to see if we have any comments about that. Same with documentation or help. It goes to the upstream docs. The issue tracker, right now, it just points to endlessos.org/key. I don't know that that's what we want. We probably want it actually pointing to this repository. So I think that's all I'll do is point it to this issue tracker here. Because if there's an issue that somebody's having in endless key, it's probably something in the front end that we've developed. So I don't think we want to point them upstream, but I also don't think just the homepage there is useful. And then translate, we are pointing them upstream again here because, yeah, we grab our translations from upstream, I believe. So, cool. So let's say endless key makes high quality education. Yeah, I think this is just a very rough change from like what the upstream one had. So we're actually gonna grab Google Play. We're gonna grab this as a start for the first paragraph. So it says private and safe app for Chromebooks and Windows devices. That's not what we need. Let's just say app. Private and safe app where learners can explore dozens of educational resources that are carefully curated to provide extended learning. Explore interest-based options like coding, arts and crafts, cooking, and STEM, both online and offline. The majority of the resources are in English with a small number in Spanish. That seems like a reasonable first paragraph, right? And then we have kind of this more like bullet point thing, which we actually can use bullet points here, so I will adapt it to use that. But yeah, we kind of go through each of the like the grades that we use, and I'm going to use proper typographic en-dash because I'm a typography nerd. So we do a paragraph as like the top of that, and then we can do an unordered list. It's just a HTML effectively here, or a subset of HTML. List item, and then we have 3 of those. Oh, you can't see exactly what I'm doing here because it's behind my face, but that's fine. Put my face over on the right and make sure I scroll up. So we're grabbing these bullet points here. I guess we can include the emoji for now. See how that works. How many do we have? We have 3 in that one. So let's go 3. Let's go here and copy this guy. Yeah, this is stimulating stuff, I know, but why not? 300 plus ebooks. And then we're going to have, I'll actually just here. We have benefits for teachers, benefits for learners, benefits for teachers, and wow, lots of emoji. A little overboard on the emoji there. I think that was probably our marketing people. That's fine. We'll see how it works. Oops. Supplements, traditional lessons. And then we've got, what, one more there. Promotes diversity and cultural relevance. And then we have benefits for learners. Works online and offline. And I'll show, after I get this done, I will show how to actually validate this information. Hopefully I have the right stuff installed. If not, this is going to be interesting. Let's say promotes. Yep. Provides safe learning environment. What do we have? 2 more. Meets data privacy requirements. Oops. Sorry about that. That's the cool thing of doing software that works entirely offline is that there's no like ads or tracking or anything because it just works offline. So that's kind of nice, huh? Oh, I changed the size of my. Oh, sorry. Changed the size of my text and it messed up my tiling on my stream window here. There we go. Okay, so that's the whole description there. I think I'm gonna check any other stuff here. I think screenshots and icons are next. But that's our first go. I'm also curious what we have on endlessos.org/key. I don't remember what the Microsoft Store URL is, so I'm just gonna go here. Curious if we have the same description on the Microsoft Store, because if we don't, I can kind of see if there's like a combination or something. Oh, it is different. Oh no, it looks largely the same. Oh, somebody used different language slightly. Interesting. We don't have an emoji there? Okay. It looks like it's largely the same, though. Yeah, I wonder. It's just another place we have to have our marketing people go and, like, keep the information updated. I'm also mixed on these screenshots because the screenshots have, like, marketing copy in them, which is really common on other app stores, but it's something we recommend not doing on Flathub. I think for our first pass, I will just pull these in as is and then caption them with the text so that they're accessible. But, like, ideally, it should just be a screenshot of the app. The problem is right now, at this stage, the app, we don't have the actual like front-end plugin working yet. We're doing all the steps in parallel. So the screenshot right now would look like, would just look like Calibri upstream, which is not what we want. So, yeah, it like has a Calibri loading thing here, and then it's going to show the Calibri interface, which is, this is not what Endless Key looks like. Endless Key looks like, and like I can maybe fake it. I just think I'll just wait for that though, or I'll include the current screenshots. We do have like a web-based demo version of Endless Key. It has, I think, all the content that's available, but it's like, obviously the whole point of Endless Key is that it's offline capable. So you can't really see it if you go there. I just realized that I somehow made this an unlisted stream, which makes sense why nobody was here. That's funny. Funny? I don't know about funny. Funny, sad? How? I totally chose public when I first did the stream. How do I? Okay. Thanks. Thanks, YouTube. Thanks for that. That's cool. So now did it just like show up as live randomly? That's weird. Also, the web version might be broken right now because they're working on it. I'm like confused by here we go. Oh, and my lights just turned off because there's no motion in this room. Okay, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna grab a link and share this on social media, and then people can just join in here. That's fine. That's fine. Just writing streaming. YouTube somehow changed the visibility to unlisted, which was not helpful. But you want to see me work on Endless Key on Endless OS a bit, you can join now. Let's say live stream Endless OS open source. Why not? All right. Cool. Yeah, okay. Well, if you're just joining now, I will give you a brief summary of what we've done. If you're watching this later, it's just going to be a repeat, but it won't be as boring, I promise. So, my task today, what I'm working on is adapting the Flatpak store listing to for our Endless Key Flatpak. Let me start over. What I'm doing today is we are bringing Endless Key to Endless OS. So if you're not aware of what Endless OS does, or Endless OS Foundation, I work for Endless OS Foundation. We're a nonprofit. Our whole thing is bridging the digital divide with technology. Our flagship product thus far has been something called Endless OS. It's a Linux and GNOME-based operating system with a lot of offline resources. So things that you would expect, we kind of call it the offline internet, things you would expect to be able to access on the internet. We bring as much of that as possible to be accessible offline. Things like an encyclopedia, learning resources, games to help you learn how to code, lots of information, productivity tools, Office Suite, obviously, things like that. But with the COVID-19 pandemic, we actually found in the US there was lots of Chromebooks being deployed to schools, and so this sort of Linux-based solution wasn't really useful to these schools where there were kids who really could have used it. Chromebooks, classically, as much as Google wants to say otherwise, they don't really work well offline. So they're very limited in what you can do, especially when they're locked down like they are in school districts. So we created something called Endless Key, which is an app that brings a lot of the same ideas to Chromebooks and Windows devices. So you can actually grab it on Google Play for Chromebooks and technically Android tablets, though it's not totally touch optimized. It's built on a technology called Calibri, which is open source, and Endless Key itself is open source. And we're closing the loop now and bringing Endless Key itself, which is a collection of a lot of the same resources from Endless OS, but we're actually bringing the app back to Endless OS so that all this investment in user interface and user experience and curation of content can actually benefit Endless OS and actually Linux in more broadly, because we're bringing it to Flatpak and Flathub. So that's what we're working on. So we have these app listings on like the Microsoft Store and the Google Play Store, and we're going to make an app listing for Flathub. What I've already done now is gone and found the meta info file. So if you're unaware, meta info is an XML-based file format that Flathub uses to create like App Store listings. And I gave a talk at Guadec recently about this, and you can go to CassidyJames.com/talks if I can type. And there's how to make a delightful app listing. And it's, I talk about just some of the guidelines. And then there's also like these really good guidelines on the Flathub docs. If you go to docs.flathub.org and you go to app authors and app data guidelines and quality guidelines. So yeah, this is good information here for how to make an app store listing. So luckily we've already done a lot of the work here on the Google Play and Microsoft stores. So what I've started to do is just open the description here. It's doing this thing again. The Google website is kind of broken and I got to refresh. Just grabbing, our existing app store listing and bringing it over here into this XML format. So it's not too complicated. We get this format it's like a subset of HTML that you can use. So it's mostly just paragraphs, and then you can do like unordered lists, like bulleted lists. So instead of just doing like dashes here, we're actually going to use the correct formatting. One thing I see from this is that we use a lot of emoji here, which is interesting, and I'm not sure if the guidelines say anything about that in the description. It says no super long lists. I don't know if you'd consider these super long, and they're not just like a technical list of like technical features, whatever. So I think it'll be okay. I think it's fine to say, here's the benefits for different people, different categories of people. What I've done so far is I updated the summary here. So we have this kind of summary of curated learning anytime, anywhere with Endless Key. The guidelines for Flathub actually say the summary should be between 10 and 25 characters and no longer than 35. Turns out that was like 50 some characters. But also, like, we don't need to repeat the name because you put the summary right below the app name. That's a little bit different from, well, I mean, it still shows it here. But yeah, we don't really need to say with Endless Key. So, and then we're also supposed to use sentence case, I believe. It doesn't actually say. But yeah, typically we see it sentence case. So I updated it to say curated learning anytime, anywhere in sentence case, which turns out is 34 characters. And you can see at the very bottom of Gnome Builder here where it says selection 34. It's tiny down here at the very, very bottom right. Yeah, so that's good. I also updated the bug tracker link to actually point to the Flatpak bug tracker. If you're having an issue with endless key on Flatpak or on Endless OS, like that's where you're gonna actually want to go, is to our actual bug tracker. And then, yeah, I just basically copy pasted from the Google Play Store listing. I looked at the Microsoft one, and it's very similar. Some of the wording is slightly different. I'll just have to have our marketing people figure out which one they like better and update it in all three places. But yeah, cool thing is this information stays in the repository. So this is actually like in, I don't know what the full path is, data, meta info. Yeah, so this is just, in the open source repository is the information that's used to build the App Store listing. So this is shown on both flathub.org and in your like native, App Store. So like this is what provides, here's the summary, here's the description. Your links and stuff are pulled out into this area down here. So this is a nice, like, it's cool that this lives in the repository. It's actually easier to update than any other app store. You don't have to go log into some website. You just update it with your code, and you can keep it in sync with your app. So that's something I really like about the Flatpak ecosystem, actually. Yeah, so I've updated that. So I think I'm going to do my first commit here. Actually, update contact is probably should be us as well. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I'll leave that for now. The next thing I'm going to do is do these screenshots and the icon, but we'll start here. So I have put my face on the other side here. Hold on. Bump over here to. So I am in. Let's see. What have we changed? Whoops. Just saying get status. And yeah, you can see what we've actually changed, which is just the summary, URL, and description. So let's say we've got an issue here. This is the issue. So I'll say get add. Whoops. Wow. Okay, that was... Sorry, my keyboard is doing weird things. Oh, it's because it's on top of my... Okay. My keyboard's doing weird things. And I'm caps locking because I hit that. Get add. Get commit. And we're just going to say... what's the summary of this commit? We are... Meta info. Update to match Google Play listing. And then we can do a little bit more information here. Copy pasted mostly from Google Play with a slight wording tweak, because the Google Play listing said something about like for Chromebooks and Windows devices. And if you're looking at this on your app store on Linux, we don't need to say that it's for Linux or Flatpak or Endless OS or whatever. We can just remove that. So in the description, I just said a private and safe app. Yeah, I think it was right here. It said a private safe app for Chromebooks and Linux. I just took that out. It's just a private and safe app. Some slight wording tweaks to make sense on Endless OS. Flathub. And then we've got the... Nope, I don't want the link to my live stream. Why did that not copy? I want the link to this issue. And that should be fine. Also updated the bug tracker URL to point to this repo. And adapted the summary to follow the Flathub guidelines. Still need to update the screenshots and icon. So yeah, we added. Okay, yeah. Let's go ahead and are we in? We should check out a new branch, and we're gonna call this meta info. And we're gonna push. Cool. So we should have, oops, that popped up in Firefox. We'll just go over here. I'm gonna turn off notifications here. So yeah, we had a new push here. I'm gonna create this as a draft since I'm still working on it. But that way it's visible, people can see it. So it's nice to have visibility early in work. So I always like to push a draft PR when you're working on something, when you have your first like set of work, even if you're still working on it. I think that's just good practice. The cool thing too is in our CI, we also are just building, sorry, I'll scroll up here a little bit, move my face. We're building the Flatpak itself. So like you can actually download this Flatpak and see it in your app store, hopefully with the correct information. So I'm actually gonna do that once this is done building. Because that's always an interesting thing to do, which that takes a while to build. While that's going, I'll think about screenshots, I guess. Let me jump back over here. Hello, Evil Skeleton. Hello, Mentor. George too. Are you saying I'm like Georges? Georges is way cooler than me, but yes, thank you. I appreciate it. I do like streaming work stuff. This is the first time I've ever done streamed like endless OS work stuff, which is cool. Okay, so next let's think about screenshots. So we have these screenshots on the Google Play listing, and I've been provided with like, you know, a folder of them or whatever. I was saying earlier, I don't love these. I don't think these follow the guidelines for screenshots. Yeah, just the app window. I think I'm gonna ignore these guidelines for the moment. Yeah, I'm gonna ignore these guidelines for the moment and just include what we have. Once we actually have the app like running presentably nicely, I probably will petition to come in and update these correctly. However, right now, since we're doing things in parallel, the Endless Key app looks like the upstream Calibri app. So it currently looks like, actually, let me grab the web-based thing too, if I can. So yeah, it looks like this, and I'm gonna go to key.endlessos.org to show you the web-based demo, to show you kind of what it should look like. Yeah, it looks like this, which is the upstream Calibri thing. Just not that helpful for screenshots right now. But eventually it will look more like this in a GTK4 window. So I could like fake it by taking screenshots of this or something, but that's not really that useful right now. I think that's just a waste of time. I'll just take actual screenshots when we actually have the plugin, like our plugin on top of the Calibri codebase working in this codebase. So for now, we need a system for updating screenshots, so we need to put screenshots in the GitHub repository. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to check real quick and just see if we have them anywhere in here. We have a data folder. We have a meta info folder. I'll probably just put them in this folder, and then I can reference them, the like public URLs on GitHub. That way, again, everything stays in the repository, which is really nice. So your code stays, your information stays all in one place. When you update the UI, you can update the screenshots, you can update the release notes, you can update all the stuff in one place. Yeah, I don't think I guess there's a folder for icons here. Okay. There's a folder for icons. Yeah, and that has the Calibri icons. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll follow that kind of setup, I guess. Look at the Meson. Oh, it's not pulling anything in. Okay, yeah, I'll just create a new folder here under data called screenshots, and then I will dump our screenshots in there. So in GNOME Builder here, what I'm going to do is I have a filter. I'm going to get rid of that filter, and you can see just the file tree here. So it's the same thing you saw in GitHub. You see data, and I'm going to grab I guess I'm going to create a new folder. I'm going to call this screenshots. There we go. And then they were shared with me on Dropbox. That's fine, whatever. I don't really care to use Dropbox, but I just need the stuff. Okay, and then sorry, that opened in a different window. Where did that go? Sorry, where? Screenshots. Here we go. Sorry, open on a different screen. So we've got these screenshots here, and we're gonna just grab these, and they're actually they're at different densities and stuff. I don't. How big are these? Ooh, 2.5 megabytes, and holy cow, those are huge. Yeah, I might just grab the 1.5 times size ones. I mean, that's excessive. That's fine. That looks great at this resolution, and that's, again, what was our, oops, I should just open it in image viewer. Look at the info. 2700, yeah, I have a 2560 display. So this is still probably way bigger than it'll ever be shown on a screen, even at like 2x, because GNOME software shows them like relatively small. Like, I guess they can be shown bigger when you're like full screen. Well, not that big. Let's look at what the quality guidelines say. Sorry, I'm getting lost in Windows here. Let's see screenshots. We say, they don't say what size. Reasonable window size. 2000 pixels wide is what they say there. I mean, what's our normal one here? 1800? Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to use the 1x ones. I think we're going to replace them anyway eventually. So I'm going to go over to a new workspace. I'm getting crowded out here with stuff happening. We're going to grab each of these normal size screenshots. And we're going to copy those, and we're going to bring them over. Oops, not to the right place. We're going to go to Endless. We're going to go to our data folder, and we're going to go to our new screenshots folder that we just made. I'm going to dump them in there, and I'm going to name them something more reasonable, just like, I mean, I might just, well, no. Let's see what they actually say in the screenshot, just for, this one says equity. This one says works online and offline. So I could say equity, offline. That's just pretty pictures, I guess. I don't know. They call those tiles. Equity, offline, tiles, interactive, free. Bullets. Why not? So what do we say? Equity. Bump this up a little bit. And actually, so it's just easier for me to make them in the right order. I'm going to say 1 equity. Oops. 2 offline. 3 tiles. 4 interactive. 5 free. And let's say 6. I guess I'll call it list. 6, just a list of stuff. I'm also going to do, there's a really handy no map called Curtail, which does, you can do lossless or lossy compression of images. I like to do this just to be nice to bandwidth. Looks like I have lossy. I'm going to do the lossless compression and just see what we can do. PNG lossless compression level. We're going to crank it all the way up. It is all the way up. We don't need to keep file attributes, metadata. I guess we'll do, yeah, let's just do overwrite. It's fine. And you just can dump these into that app. They're not too big. They're like under a megabyte each, but well, this one's 1.3 for some reason. That one's huge. How big is that? It's the same size. I guess it just has a lot of detail for a PNG. That probably should just be a JPEG, since there's like a lot of photographic stuff. But oh, maybe they were already compressed well. Thanks, Joanna, for compressing these well, because it's not saving any information there. Interesting. Damar says, howdy there. Hello. Sorry, I haven't been doing a good job of reading the chat. Manager says, I'm not a dev and I don't understand those technical things, but thank you for developing free software. You're welcome. Thanks for joining and watching me ramble and do some work. It looks like these are already compressed as much as you can compress them losslessly, so that's good. That's good that they were optimized. In that case, I will jump back over. Oh, actually, that list one compressed very well because it had a lot of empty space. So neat. It was worth doing. And you can't see that because my head is in the way. But yeah, it says saved 43% of the file size. So that's neat. So I'm going to jump back over to Builder. And then let's do, let's see. I am actually going to make this a little bit easier to see things. That's us. There we go. I'm going to jump back over to the meta info here. So again, this is the XML that powers the App Store, and it has this list of screenshots here. And oh, I didn't realize you can put the width and height in there. That would be helpful. So let's jump over to back to my screenshots here. And they're all 1800 by 1013. Really? What a weird size. That's fine. 1800 by 1013. It must be some Google Play required thing. And these are going to be they're in the GitHub. What's the best way to do this? They're going to be at GitHub/endlessm/endlesskey flatpak. So I can do that. And then they're going to be in, we don't always want to point to the main branch. For now we can. We can update this with like the specific release. It'll be fine. So we'll say main, because that's what branch we have here. And then they're under data, screenshots, and then the names we gave them, right? Data, oh yeah, it's not there. It's over here. Data, screenshots, the names we gave them. So what do we say, 1800 by 1013? Awkward. And then we have main, data, screenshots, and we called them one equity. And then what I can do, they have a caption here too. So what I like to do is actually just grab those. I'm sorry with my crazy workspaces here. I'm being a little awkward. Let's just grab, oh, I can just get rid of this. Let's just see these guys here. Throw this on top. So go back to the number one, equity. So I'm just going to write what it says in the caption. This makes it more accessible, especially when you have text in there. Typically your caption is going to actually describe what you see in your like actual screenshot. Since these are more like marketing images, I'm just going to make it like alt text basically. So I'm going to say bring equity into the classroom, curated learning. I'm doing sentence case because it makes more sense to me, but anywhere, any time with and this key. So that's what that says. Actually, I'm gonna do sentence case for this too. Bring equity into the classroom, curated learning, anywhere, anytime with endless key. So some app stores do actually like put this as a caption below the image. In that case, this would be awkward, but that's why we're going to replace these with actual screenshots later, eventually. And then, yeah, you can choose a default screenshot, and that always shows first. And it looks like we always use this one first, so I'll just leave that. And then I'm going to just make this not the default. And I'm just going to transcribe these, basically. So the second one is works online and offline, and access learning resources for coding, STEM, cooking, and arts and crafts. There's a lot of text on this one. Exclamation point. Videos, games, and activities. This is fascinating streaming right here. Wow, yeah, I just brain farted there. Included. No internet required. Okay. Works off online and offline access learning resources for coding, STEM, cooking, and arts and crafts. Videos, games, and activities included. No internet required. And that is number 2 dash offline. So we can go 2 dash offline. And then it's possible there's like this image tag here. So it's possible we might be able to put the multiple resolutions in here. I'm not going to worry about it right now because we're going to probably replace these screenshots anyway. I saw somebody, Kelly said, so what are you making? Hi, Kelly, by the way. Long time no see. We are bringing Endless Key. You can scroll back or go back in the stream a little bit. I'm not going to totally go over it. But Endless OS Foundation makes an app called Endless Key with offline learning resources for Chromebooks and Windows devices. We're bringing it to Endless OS, which is the operating system we make, to kind of close the loop there. And so we're putting it on Flathub. And so I am working on the App Store listing for Endless Key on Flathub. And just kind of boring technical stuff, but figured this would help me focus on it and kind of show people behind the scenes a little bit. So, yeah. Yeah, so right now I'm just adding these screenshots. Oops. So we've got 1, 2. Number 3 here is going to be, go over here. Also, like, part of the reason I like doing these streams is I like showing the workflow of using GNOME. So, like, this is the new GNOME image viewer app, which is so nice. It works if you have a touchpad, which is buried here. But if you have a touchpad, it has, like, smooth, like, one-to-one scrolling. You can pinch and zoom, which is nice. You can even, like, rotate. Oh, it works so well. Yeah, it's really nice. But I just like showing the workflow of using these tools in real world work. So, and I'm using Gnome Builder back here in the background. I'm at the Endless Key Flatpak repository with a pull request that I have open here for updating the meta info. And actually, I should edit this and say fixes number 20. There was an open issue to actually, adapt the store listing. So that's what I'm working on. Just super brief summary. And yeah, so right now I'm captioning these screenshots that we're going to pull in. So we've got 1, 2 offline, and then we've got, this one doesn't have any text on it, so I'm just going to describe what's there. So I'm going to say resources such as finance, healthy body, knows what that one's called, TED Ed, it's TED Ed, sports, games, more, that's fine. That's just a summary of some of those things. There's like gardening, and there's like, I guess that's the arts and crafts again. Games, I guess we can be more. Arts and crafts, gardening, and more. And then, yeah, this is 3 dash tiles. And then our 4th one is engaging in interactive. Say 4 dash interactive. And we're going to caption this guy. So this is engaging in interactive. Discover an abundance of ready-made resources. Interact. It's saying a lot of the same things. Interactive games, simulations, and a vast ocean. Love that. Of curated content. Okay, and then that's 4 interactive, and then the 5th one is that. Oh no, there's 6. Okay. Screenshot. So then we've got, what is this? This is 5 dash free. And we say completely free. Access without an account. Safe. What am I saying? Safeguarded. Is that the right spelling? Safeguarded. Yep. Data. No ads. And no third party involved. That's an awkward way to say that. We really mean like we're not sending anything to third parties. Like we've worked with third party partners, but third party, yeah, that's what it says. That's fine. Again, we're gonna replace these eventually. Kelly says, "Oh, cool. Does that use the cool Flatpak release GitHub action to push the endless Flatpak repository?" I'm not sure. Right now, I know we're building it in CI. It's like on this pull request, we've got the Flatpak build. I don't think we're pushing it via this yet. I think right now we just have the, where is it? We just have like the pull request against the Flathub org to get it initially there. With, come on, internet. With the, wow, there's a lot of modules here that I wasn't expecting. Interesting. There's a whole lot of stuff in here. Why is this? I feel like this should live in our repo. Anyway, with the actual manifest here. So yeah, I think it would be nice to streamline that just to have it done in CI when we make a release, but we'll do that later. It's not actually yet on Flatpak. We're in the process of doing that, hence the building of the app stream data. Okay, 5 free. We did that one. Completely free. Yep. And then 6 is this list. Yeah, again, for anybody watching this, this is not necessarily the right way to do screenshots for Flathub. It's I'm using what we have, and then we'll probably come back to update it later. Grades 5 to 9, 2,700 plus curated resources. Curated resource. Wow, I'm having a hard time typing them. Probably gonna wrap up the stream soon. 1,500 plus videos, 300 plus ebooks. And then that is 6-list.png. 6-list.png. Okay, so that's the screenshots. So we're gonna say get add, get commit, message, or just get commit. And we'll say meta info, add screenshots. And the screenshots provided by Joanna for the App Store listing. Specifically, I want to say these do not technically follow the guidelines. What guidelines? The Flathub guidelines. The Flathub guidelines, but it's what we have. We should probably come back later and update these with actual screenshots of the app running on Endless OS. And link to the issue here. Where did the issue go? It's number 20. Just follow the commit convention that we have. Cool. So that's pushing those images up. And then next is the icon. The last thing is the icon. So I think that's the last thing I'm going to work on before I head out. It's been a long stream. I know I started the stream. I made the stream public halfway through the stream because YouTube is weird with the default thing. So sorry about that. But yeah, I'm gonna do the icon, I think, last or next, and then that'll be it. So we have, we do have the branding. Ooh, I should do the branding. And I gotta go through content rating. There's a lot of stuff to do still. I think I might just, keywords, URLs. Yeah, I'll take a look at this. Anyway, back to, so this pull request. So this should be building in CI now. Yep, it linted. Great. And it is now building the Flatpak. So yeah, I mean, not a huge change of what we're working on here. Like, it's just, description, some screenshots. Ampersands in XML. Do I need to escape those? Probably. Right? Yeah. Arts and crafts with the ampersands. We did it up here too. Yeah, I think I need to escape those. Interesting that like the editor didn't complain about that here. Yeah, it was there, and then it was in the two screenshots, right? Where was it? Arts and crafts. Arts. Wait, arts and crafts. Arts and crafts. Arts and crafts. There we go. All right, it's just those places. Description or summary. Description. Yeah, description. 2 screenshots. Okay. And then screenshots. Again, so cool that it lives all in the repo itself. Close this guy. Kelly says, "Cool to see endless dev work. Thanks for streaming." Thanks. Yeah, some of the stuff we work on is like not really relevant to people outside in the world, but since this is going on Flathub, I figured like might be interesting to people and see how the sausage is made, I guess. Sure. Yeah, why not? So yeah, okay. One last thing. Let's tackle one last thing here. Let's do sorry, what am I doing? Going back to the issue that we had here. I wonder if I could do the branding. What would we do for branding colors for this? Would we do... Probably could use our bright orange, although you want it to look good. This is a lighter orange than that. That might be okay. Or we could use one of our secondary colors. Actually, what I can do, why not? I don't know that I'll pull this up on my stream screen because I don't know that I want it to be visible to everybody. Because I don't, there's stuff in, you know, work chat, whatever. But endless key. Yeah, I can jump in here. That's fine. That's fine, I think. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is just jump, actually, yet another new workspace because I get overwhelmed. So when I have a question about this thing, I just ask the people who know. So I'm going to ask Joanna, I'm working on the endless key listing for Flathub. One of the things we can do is a branding color to be shown behind the listing. To be shown, like, what is that? As the background of a tile, like this. And then I can grab, oops, wrong app. Grab a screenshot. Yeah, like these big tiles up here. Come on, let's load. What's going on? Come on, Gnome Software, you can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you. Okay, or you can't do it. Something's going on. It's fine. It's fine. Oh. There we go. These all look kind of terrible. It's dark colors on dark backgrounds. Does one of these look not bad? Software is being slow. My internet's also being slow when I upload on my stream, so maybe that's what's going on here. Should I do the lighter orange that's in the screenshots, or a secondary color? Okay, yeah, Google Chrome is there. That's probably fine. Some of these are really low contrast. I'll do the Chrome one. I don't love it, but it's fine. Grab a screenshot there and paste it here. By the way, on GNOME, you can just do that. It's nice. You can just right click and say take a screenshot. Super nice. As a feature we added in Elementary OS, and GNOME totally also added. Okay, yeah, I'll just ask. Boom. Downloading the app on my Android device. Nice. Yeah, keep in mind if you're on an Android phone, it's really not optimized for phone. I think it technically is like allowed to be installed on a phone because if it's useful to people, that's cool. But it really is optimized for Chromebooks with like a mouse and keyboard input. Some of the content in there will probably just not adapt well on a screen, on a phone-sized screen, and some of it might not be super usable on like a touch input. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, happy to see people just download Endless Key and check it out. You're always welcome. You know, it's available anywhere, and people can just put it on devices. And if it's useful for your kids or yourself or whatever, have at it. That's what we work on. Okay, so got the screenshots. Let's do the icon, because I know Joanna gave me an icon somewhere. SVG. Close some stuff. Don't think I need these guys open. Well, maybe. So with this, I think what Joanna did was actually follow the icon guidelines. That's technically the GNOME guidelines here. GNOME software acting like GNOME software. Yeah, it's gotten actually a lot better than it used to be, actually, thanks to some of my colleagues working on it. So we have Philip and Georges both working on GNOME software, and they've improved a lot of things with the way it loads icons and the way it does multi-threading, and yeah, but it still has ways to go. It has gotten a lot better, and it keeps getting better. I'm on the current stable version, I think, right now on GNOME 44, right? Yeah, and I think it's even better in 45 again, so it keeps getting better. But yeah, so icon guidelines here. I mean, it's hard when we have like an established icon design, so we're not like totally making a new icon, but what we're doing, and you know, technically this is not a GNOME app strictly. It technically runs in a GTK4 window, I guess, but it's like a web content thing. So, but I believe Joanna took this template of like the shape and sizing of the icon and did that. So it should feel right alongside other GNOME apps, which is nice. So I will just grab that, and then and it's an SVG. Sweet, that's what I requested, so that we can just use one size, and then it'll be adapted for everything. So I'm gonna jump to my downloads folder here. Oh wow, thumbnails are huge. And I'm gonna just bring this over to projects, endless key data. I'm gonna make my icons a little less huge. So we have this icons folder. Interesting. So these are what are already here. So I guess I can just spit these out for now. That'll be fine. And then I shouldn't have to change anything. I could update the Meson. I don't really feel like it though. I mean, it's not that hard. I'll just replace what's there for now. If somebody wants to come and optimize it more, we can. Okay, so that means I need to grab... I'm gonna just rename this to icon.svg. That's fine. And then I can open it with Inkscape. And we're just gonna go to export. And we're going to export all the different sizes that we need. So we need, what do we have here? 64, 128, 256, and 512. So we already have the 512, so I can just export that. Is that going to, and it's called -512. And manager says, yeah, I like its UI, by the way. Yeah. Kelly says, perfect as the enemy have done. Exactly, exactly. I'm not going to get too caught up on this. I'm just going to spit out some PNGs, and then somebody can come back, and I'll leave the SVG in here, so it's technically like useful. But yeah, I'm just going to spit out what we've got here. Yes, replace. Boom, look at that. Replaced. Loading the thumbnail, it's fine. Oh, it's like semi-translucent. Is that supposed to be? That's an interesting... Oh, no, no, didn't want to do that. That's interesting. So on dark, it's actually darker. I wonder if that's like intentional and okay. Huh. It's semi-translucent. You can see like the little checkerboards behind it slightly. That is fascinating. Huh. Well, I'll leave it. That's interesting. I've never noticed that or seen that before. So what do we have? We have 256, 256. 256. Export, replace. 128 by 128. Oh, it already gave me that. Oh. I'm struggling today. It's telling me I need to wrap up. 64. Yeah, with the gnome icon guidelines, they're made to be, like, the sizing and stuff is made to just be one icon that can be spat out at the different sizes. So that's what we're doing. Okay. Neat. Those are there. We can just leave the Meson the way it is. We can be done with that. I don't need to save the SVG. I didn't actually do anything useful besides export. And then I am going to do, I did this earlier with the screenshots, just again, to be nice. I'm going to grab curtail and throw these PNGs through it in case Inkscape didn't spit them out at the smallest size they could be, which it didn't. So we saved, you know, a few kilobytes here and there. Okay, so we have the icons, and those should show up now if we bump back over to Builder in our status. Yeah? What? Oh, I should do 2 commits here. Git add data metinfo. And that's, oh, don't put a backslash in there. Meta info escape ampersands. That's fine. And then now we want to add, yeah, we're going to get add data icons, and we'll commit and we'll say meta info play icons to endless key versions provided by Joanna. For now, I exported as the same size PNGs as were there. That's awkwardly worded, but that's fine. And included the SVG in case anyone wants to touch them, Mason, and just use one SVG later. Smiley face. And that's for this issue. And we're gonna push. Okay, I think that's all for today. It's lunchtime here. Fun to watch this. We gotta go to sleep. Bye. Good night. Thanks for joining. Oh, I have a screen with. Oh, that's not readable at all. That's terrible. That's terrible. I think the idea was I was gonna throw the window over here like this. There we go. I can throw the chat on the screen. Cool. Well, I think that's probably all we need to do today. And we're gonna edit this to say, nope, we did this. Could follow up with more AppStream stuff like brand color. Actually, let me see if I got a reply. Joanna is looking at it. Okay, so yeah, let's say we can, we could follow up later with brand color. Where did I go? Follow up later with brand color and stuff. What else did Dan mention on the issue here? Keywords. Yeah, keywords and content rating. Do we not have content rating in there at all? Let's see what's in there. Hi, Elaine. How's it going? Thanks for joining. You're joining right towards the end. I'm going to wrap up here pretty shortly, but I'm just kind of checking what we have here. Oh, this big text is nice for readability, but it is actually hard for me to... There's so much wrapping going on. Hard for me to read. Looks like we release content rating. So we have an empty content rating here, which basically says it doesn't have anything objectionable. Objectionable. Can't use my words. Objectionable whatsoever. I don't know if that's accurate. I should go through the ORs at some point. I'll just file an issue for that for now, though. Branding, URLs I updated, keywords. So we could add keywords, branding, and revisit the content rating. Brand color, keywords, and maybe walking through the content rating. But I'll file those as separate. Wow, separate enhancements. Issues. Okay. So yeah, I'm just saying we can, there's more we could do. And I'll file those as issues. I guess the last thing I'll end, once this finishes building, I'm going to open it up in GNOME Software, and then we can see what it looks like. And I can convert this to, how do I convert this from a draft? Oh, ready for review. There we go. I feel like they moved it. I feel like it used to be over here, but maybe not. Let's follow along with the CI. Why not? CI is fun, right? Oh, I don't have my face on the screen. Maybe I should have my... Oh, that's not readable at all. I've got a... No. Oh, what in the world? We're changing things live. It's fine. Bounding box. Right? There we go. Yeah, you can read some stuff. Why not? Have this view with the... Yeah, have this view with the chat over there. Okay, so it's building. It's doing stuff. And I'm not sure. You can't see that because, yeah, that's fine. It's building. Building. Got out of shadow background. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's using... I'm in OBS and I'm using just like the web thing with the transparent background, and it's... There is like I thought there was a native YouTube streaming thing where you can pull in like comments as a side panel and stuff. I swear it exists. I haven't looked into it too much. I figured it out. But we're almost done here. Okay, so it's creating a bundle. That's what we need. Do. Yeah, part of this, honestly, this stream, I was not expecting to stream, especially for, how long has this been? I I mean, an hour and 17 minutes total, or like about a half hour of actual streaming of public. I wasn't expecting to stream this long because it was really just making sure my microphone was working and my stream setup is done. I posted on Mastodon. I finally cleaned the top of my desk off, and so I have space for my mic and can actually like do stuff halfway decent. You can actually hear me, hopefully. Hopefully the audio is okay. But yeah, I was like, oh, this is actually working well. So, and people showed up and commented, so I stayed around. Okay, creating a flat pack bundle. Come on, come on. I guess building the bundle takes a while because it's building a whole bundle, not just a manifest, right? So it's the entire bundle is like everything, and it's doing all the things. Yeah, I can't decide. I have to. I bought the what's it called? The OBS Masterclass by Episvox. I don't know how to pronounce things. I highly recommend this. You can go buy it on Gumroad. Yeah, this is the definitive guide to OBS Studio. I have not watched all of these videos yet, but he's got really awesome content here on like how to. Okay, it's just not loading. That's cool. Internet's being slow. Really awesome content on how to like set up, you know, all your stream stuff and sidebars, and I need to go review all of it. Anyway, it's not gonna load. That's great. I wonder if like Gumroad is down or like internet's just being weird. Hopefully the stream is still going. It says it's going. There we go. Yeah, highly recommend this. If you're into streaming at all, highly recommend this. I'm not sponsored. I just legit enjoy this. It has so much stuff. Yeah, like 126 videos. So I need to go through and watch them. And that's actually, I think, where this music is coming from, maybe. I think I got it as one of the resources from here. So royalty-free music, cool stuff. Let's check the CI. Hey, that's all you just, it's like a watched pot never boils, right? Your CI doesn't finish if you're sitting there staring at it. So yeah, done. Cool. So let's show the checks. We're gonna grab the flat pack. They moved this to. You have to go to the summary to grab the actual build like artifacts. Here we go. Actually, before I go in there, I'm gonna uninstall endless key. Yeah, because I don't want to actually open the wrong thing. So I should see now, instead of like the Calibri icon and the old App Store stuff, then yeah, I should see the new stuff. So I should actually be able to go. Let's see, where do we go here? Downloaded this. It's in my downloads. Ah, sorry. And this should pop open in the store. Let's see what it looks like in the store. Let's see. Moment of truth. Yeah, Kelly says audio is way better than interview with Brody. Yeah, I'm using an actual mic, not just my headphones. I've got a actual like, yep, condenser, or not a condenser mic, dynamic mic. Good old SM58 for audio nerds. Okay, this didn't show up how I expected, so I'm wondering if it's pulling this information from somewhere else, or if it was cached, or what. Interesting, because it has the old icon and stuff. Wonder if I install it. I don't want to install it as... I don't like how it does that by default. Did I install the right one? That's the question. Yeah, it should be the right thing. I just downloaded that, right? Yep. Okay, we're going to open console here, and we're going to say pack install the or the file. No, sorry, flatpak install -- user. That's what I want. Because I have other users on this, and I don't really need to install things for them. Kelly says, sure, the company who makes the SM58, the mic I'm using, they peaked at the SM58. Yeah, it's like, it's the one, it's like, you don't need anything else. Like, that's all you need. You want to do streaming, just use an SM58, it's fine. Or something like it. Like, there's a lot of guides on the internet that are like, here's, you know, the new SM58 or what's the equivalent, but yeah, it's fine. So we're going to say flatpak run org.endless.os.key.dev. So interesting. There might be something weird with this. I'm going to leave it here for today because it's still showing me this icon. It could be because I have a different version installed or whatever somewhere else. And it's been a long stream. So I will let somebody else figure out if it's not doing the right thing. But for now, that's my pull request. So thanks for joining. My audio is done. My music's done. That means it's time to go home. I'll do more of these streams, and I'll do more shorter streams in the future too. This one's long. I need to eat. Bye. Thanks for joining. Oh, you can't do a nice outro if you don't, do music. So, yep, awkward. Just jump over here. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Talk to you all later.